Just cleared my throat. I went dust there.
I just asked you there, are you ready? And you've been manic since we've come in. You've run around with a set of shelves on your back.
Uh-huh.
And then I went, are you ready? And you went, yes.
I noticed you were going for my shins.
No, we both got that wrong. They're called your calves. The shins are on the front.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But what I noticed was a little bar of metal on the front of the cabinet.
Yes.
And you were trying to hook it into my trousers to pull them down. I knew you were up to
All you were talking about as we were carrying a set of shelves through this building was attaching your balls to the ground.
We sellotape, it's a theory of mine, to keep you working harder. We should be doing this in McDonald's. McDonald's have got themselves in a bit of trouble.
McDonald's PR's really in the toilet.
Well,
at the
no, but the thing is, McDonald's came through a lockdown. You didn't expect much from McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like, McDonald's behaved fairly well.
Yeah.
We have got to say about McDonald's, the McDonald's which exists now is very different from before.
Yeah.
They've changed their livery. It's
not for children now. They're trying to make it like a restaurant.
Yes, but the staff were actually paid through lockdown, I believe.
Okay.
They didn't make people redundant. I think the problem with the business model is fiefdoms.
Yes.
If you are a franchise,
yeah, that's the
you
problem.
can basically run it. So I think there was young lasses. I think there was a lot of groping going
And
on.
a lot of cocaine.
Well, anytime you ever go into McDonald's, the young students are all slim and healthy looking. The manager class, who wear different, the brown shirts, if you will, they're all fat titty bastards. The whole lot of them.
I've noticed.
Because you get a free McDonald's a day, you're not turning that down.
I suppose you're not. It makes me McDonald's. Now, I'm not a food snob, as you know. I just,
Oh, I've seen what you eat. Mainly, it's not food,
but I don't like McDonald's.
I love McDonald's.
I don't like it. Makes me feel funny.
I used to, when I was a student in Glasgow, before I burnt through all my money and my executive lifestyle,
Yes, of course.
I used to go to Burger King, and I used to get a Whopper meal with a chicken royale.
Oh, I've never had
every
these.
single time, and they were delicious.
Are they good?
But I wouldn't go all the time. But I'd treat myself. If I'd get through the week, if I did an exam, I would give myself a wee treat. But McDonald's breakfasts are wonderful. You know, had a proper the sausage and egg McMuffin.
Yes, the only time
they are good, mate.
I went into. I've done this story before. I don't care. This is what we do. We
repeat
ourselves
yourself continuously.
So I go to London. I'm meeting my friend down there, and she doesn't turn up for another couple of hours. So you get in early. And
did you go to the National Museum?
Yeah, I always do that.
Oh no, I thought you were just going to say. You
no, that's.
I was making a.
No,
a
you're being a dick.
I was being a dick.
But every time I go, where I start off, I go to the. No, I don't start off at the British Museum. I start off at the V&A. Then
do you groom the
natural
arsehole?
history?
You know those big lions in Leicester Square. Do you just lick at
I
their
never
arseholes?
stop at them. I go straight through.
Do you? Okay.
I go straight. No, Trafalgar. I go straight through.
I've never recovered for seeing Daleks wandering about there in a film once.
Did you see them?
No, I wasn't there. It was a film.
Oh.
But they had to stop over drains so the guy inside could take a shit. It was a shit.
I am very cultured. Then I have a walk.
Imagine a Daleks coming and there's a smell of shite coming out of it.
That's not good. So after I do that,
I
then walk back down and go to the Tate. And then I go along the South Bank. Well, wait. Then I make my way up to the British Museum.
Right, okay.
National Gallery. And I do them. And I could do it all in a day.
Wonderful.
It's like 20 odd miles of...
You can get lost in that
running.
British Museum.
Oh, it's how many times have I been and I've not seen?
Oh, wonder.
And it's worth it for the roof.
There's a whole room full of mummies.
It's great.
Not yummy mummies like you get in Dundee.
There's no yummy mummies in Dundee.
The split gun.
But no, I haven't been to London. When was the last time?
I've not been for a spell, mate. 10 years, I reckon.
No, it's longer for me. It was the day after the royal wedding.
Oh, gee, which one? Queen Victoria.
You now behave. What's her with a really harsh face?
Kate. Oh, that one.
William and Kate.
She's just like...
It's like a doll.
Her elbows are the thickest part
Annabelle
of her
6 is going to be her. Ugh. So, I enjoy that whole sort of circuit that I do.
Have you been to Gordon's Wine Bar?
No.
Oldest pub reputed to be the oldest pub in Glasgow, London.
I don't
it's
drink.
Across the... We don't have to drink.
Well, what are they doing
but
there?
Across from the NFT, kind of in the South Bank.
Don't know.
But near there, you go downstairs to it, and it's in a perpetual gloom. It's candlelit and everything.
Oh, right, okay.
And they sell beer and wine and port and cheese and platters of like hams and stuff. It's wonderful.
Oh,
It's so nice. You'd love it because it's all, it's like underground and it's all these arches. And they've got clips because you can clip your bags onto it because there's loads of thieves going about in the dark. Sexy place. You can either get felt up or your phone stolen. It's up to
Oh,
you. It's
wonderful.
up to you, whatever you fancy.
I like walking along the South Bank because you go past HMS Belfast.
Okay.
And that reminds me of when I think it was BBC, done this programme on parkour.
Oh, Jesus.
And it
Is
was,
that done?
No, wait, this
Because
is... Wait,
yesterday I was at my work
yeah,
and these 4 half-wits, big lads,
yeah.
I've got a theory. There's a point where people have a growth spurt and the
Yeah.
nerve endings don't catch up.
Yeah.
So they're like an idiot. They were at
Yeah.
that stage.
Yeah.
They were hanging off all kinds of stuff, parkouring.
Well, this was before, in the purest sense, when parkour started in
There was
France.
a Frenchman.
Well, it was just running in a
He
straight
was in
line.
the James Bond film.
And it was lovely. But then it turned into people who could do gymnastics going on the street going parkour, and it takes all the coolness out of it. There was a simplicity to it.
Another thing I noticed yesterday,
Oh.
I can't tell the difference. You know I'm good with faces and shit.
Yeah.
I can't tell the difference between a keen cyclist and a junkie. Essentially, they look the same.
If you get a cyclist that wears the lycra,
Not with the lycra, out of the lycra.
oh,
Just in street clothes, a junkie and a cyclist look the same.
I'm a
know-
cyclist.
well, you
I
look-
do not look like a junkie.
Well-
I think.
Well, what happened was a guy came up to me and he says, I'm needing a glass of water. And for a split second, I thought, oh, he's a cyclist.
Yeah.
And he flabbergasted me. And I let him in.
Yeah.
But I noticed he was a junkie because he was walking to get his glass of water. He was looking at old ladies' handbags, which generally cyclists don't do.
Well, you would think.
You would think.
You would think.
They look at old ladies' bums. when they're-
Oh, HMS Belfast.
Ah,
We're not going
sorry.
into old ladies' bums. And the BBC done this programme, and it was parkour. And this guy jumped from the top deck to the middle. But when he landed, you saw the safety
Sponge.
thing, fold up. But he still managed to break his legs.
Is
So
it a
every time I
little-
look at it, I go, broken
You
legs.
know that? Did you ever knock one off to that Cher video when she was on top of a big gun?
No, do you want to know why?
How?
Right? I didn't think she was real.
I think she'd had it all tucked up. And
Yeah, I thought there was
stitched away.
something wrong.
I imagine Cher would have a quite full vagina.
I thought it would be
Big
voluminous.
Because
Yeah.
she sings, she hits those notes, it would pop out.
You know
it's
when
imagine Aretha Franklin's
you do
vagina.
that pumping thing on your lips and they go giant. Like,
Yeah,
That's what hers are
because
like.
imagine
with
the
one
state.
sneeze.
Imagine the state of Meatloaf's cock and balls when he hit the high notes.
Oh God, the bed would
Throb,
vibrate. Yeah,
vibrate like a beehive
he died.
because he didn't take his vaccine.
It's not funny.
Somebody got to him.
Oh my God, it's so nonsense.
So I can't tell the difference. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Equally, both of them are a strain in society.
But I have noticed
Oh,
people who wear the lycra and ride proper expensive road bikes,
yeah.
small eyes, dead. There's
You,
no
well,
thought
you're a
going on.
metronome. You're not a person.
That's right.
That's not fun. They're not paying any attention.
When I'm cycling, I'm singing Club Tropicana at the top of my voice.
There's some talk that there's something going on in the cycling again because some of the results people are getting in the tours.
There'll be something new,
There's something new because people are hitting the hills a little bit too
and
fast.
then heading up them at 60. Yeah.
People have suddenly got a lot better.
I liked when you'd see footage and the cyclist is getting tired and they can't remember the code because when you change gears, you've got the brakes at the front
Yeah.
and then there's a little lever at the back and you change the gears just by using your fingers. But if you touch them in a certain way, it sends the signal to put the engine on.
Oh.
But they couldn't remember and you see them going, and it's like, because they're tired and they forget. It was the way guys in Vegas used to get caught with they have the little computer in their foot.
Yeah.
They'd bet so much, they started getting tired, so they'd start tapping it out. People were going, what are they doing?
Oh.
And they're tapping out on their foot what the cards were, so they would get an estimate. was amazing.
Specs will be good for cheating when you've got proper specs. When I finally augment myself.
Oh, when that's coming.
I'm going to film my entire life and
know.
put it online. I'll just be going a bit.
After what was said in the hall like 20 minutes ago, I would strongly advise against that.
Just everything. You just forget it was there.
Just to get,
Just into the cloud.
but someone's going to do it.
Chris Shadowins is probably on halfway there.
Yeah, but someone's going to do it. Just film every single.
Has
Taking a
somebody
shit.
not done it?
Do you think they have?
It's got to
It's
have
got to
happened.
have happened. You got
There's a
GoPro
Lee,
on.
kind of little terrible comedian. He's only been in one good thing, Mouse Hunt, with Nathan Lane. Lee Evans.
Lee Evans, yeah.
He was in a film where he'd been accused of something, so then he decided, so the police couldn't get him. He filmed everything, and he just went about. He reminded me of you. He went about with this rig of camera, so everything was being filmed all the time.
Well, what happened when I first moved into this building, there was a few people in a part of the building that when they saw a man, they would scream and run away. And it made you look very bad.
You have that
And it made it
effect on
so bad
you.
that I carried my GoPro and filmed everything where I went, right? And I thought, I'm being mad. Then I found out other people were doing it because they were like, they're going to get you murdered. They're, they're just,
Making
Jesus Christ,
accusations.
making accusations. Then it turned out all the accusations came out against them.
Wow, that's always the way.
It was
That's
wild.
always the way.
I was sort of involved, and when it's sort of directed towards you, you feel it's all about you. But I was sort of just on the periphery, so other people were getting it way worse.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what happened. These people ended up in a lot of trouble because they were the ones doing the weird shit. It was very strange. So I did carry a camera to the toilet. I didn't film.
I bet you did.
I didn't film.
Just the screaming.
Oh God. There was one time I went in the toilet here. Normal.
Like emptying a Hoover bag.
Just in for a pee. Very innocent. I stood going to pee. Now, I've told you about the guy that trashed the place.
Yeah. Phantom shite.
There was another guy, and I don't know who it was to this day, but I heard them leave, so I don't think I think there was someone from another floor that come onto this floor to
That's
shit.
why I always do. I always shit at this floor.
Unbelievable. So, I'm standing there, and you hear a and you're like,
That's
you're farting. It's normal.
every day.
Then you hear a and a tiny fart. But this guy was fucking in agony.
Was it the ghost of Elvis?
So, then, bloop, a tiny plot, and that was him done. But I panicked because I didn't want to see who it was. But he was actually, there was no shame. When I'm sitting on the toilet and someone comes in, I'm terrified. I will hold that fart in. I can't do it. I can't do it. But he had no shame. It was so loud. And it's high roofs here, it echoed.
Some people have no boundaries. People will go into museums and that, they'll take their shoes off, they'll open crisps. You know what I mean? There's a certain kind of people that are relaxed everywhere. I'm relaxed in my house and in here. But elsewhere, I'm not on edge, but you just behave yourself. There's decorum. What is it with people?
I had a friend.
Well, that's not
He
true.
He met this girl. Met this girl. He married her.
Okay.
American girl.
Yeah.
She didn't like me. Don't know why.
Good taste, those Americans.
Yeah. And she visited the house. And she sat on the settee. She took her shoes off. She tucked her feet up on the settee.
In your house?
And just sort of lay down as she was talking. I was fucking furious. Why would you put your dirty feet on my fucking seat?
I know, I would say to her, no, what are you fucking doing?
I was like, it was very touch and go at the moment with my friend because it was all. They got married and
didn't last, did it?
They had to end the honeymoon early to come back to go to couples therapy. Yeah, that's what could you say?
Some people are getting married now.
I done a poem about them. I'll do the first line.
Go on.
I had a friend who married an American. After a week, he said he'd never do that again.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes on.
There's people now suffer from that. You know what they speak about? Main character syndrome.
Okay, yeah.
And I think it's just ruining people.
Yeah,
I think social
I've got
media
the opposite.
Yeah. You're a supporting cast member.
No,
you know how Jonathan
no.
Ross's mother.
I'm an extra.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's the way I feel.
Jonathan Ross's mother, for about 40 years, was on EastEnders.
Right.
As a background character.
Yeah.
Like Big Ron in EastEnders.
Yeah.
Remember Big Ron?
Yeah.
And maybe they'd get a wee voice now and again. That's you.
Well,
but people think they're the character and the world just revolves.
because everyone says you're the star of your own film. You're not.
There's a guy in Dundee, there's a series of people, they'll have to stop, who write books, their life stories.
Why did they
But the thing
Nobody
is,
cares.
it's not one book, there's volumes. And if you pick them up and read them, it's utter mundane shite. I went to Baldragon School, they called me... Again, Winker. Again, wagon wheels were bigger back then. I go to Dens Road Market, see Tam. Again, you're just like,
It's just
this
pish, yeah.
is utter shite.
Yeah, I
Somebody
agree.
in your family needs to say to you, Dad, you're a fucking idiot. We don't listen to you. But then they've got the They go and pay to get it all published and get it out there.
Yeah.
They put Dundee in the title and fucking people buy it.
Look, I wrote a film for us, and you quite sensibly talked me out of it because I was going to take all my life savings to pay for this film.
Yeah.
But the story is...
Oh, gee, that's a vanity project.
No, it's not. Do you want to know why? Me and you are not the stars.
No.
The stars go in and out of our story, and everything we do has no bearing on the outcome.
No, nothing.
And that's the way I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not the
Good.
star of this,
No,
of
no,
anything. You're not.
No, you can't be.
You know, the other day, a junkie guy, went running past me, and the police car came flying up after him. In that film, either the policeman's the star or he's the star.
Yes.
I'm a bystander.
Well, did you see that footage I took of the junkie yesterday?
No. Oh my God! What's happened?
I'll go onto the Twitter. Let me go.
Okay, let's go into the Twitter, and we can. It's always good for when you're on the phone. Doing a podcast.
People have said to me,
Yeah.
people have said, "Oh no, that's the wrong Twitter."
And then you go around the mic because it's getting in your way. It's
what it was, I was walking to.
We try.
God, I was walking. This isn't working.
I'm surprised.
What are you doing?
Are you actually shouting at your phone?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, old person alert!
No, but
Oh, the stupid phone! But these bloody things don't work.
well, it's not bloody working.
Oh God!
Fucking hell,
You're
man!
catching up, dude. You're catching
No,
up.
but to be honest with you, I'm keeping this phone. It's long past its fucking.
It is.
sell-by.
Go and spend.
No, I refuse to do that.
Go and spend about 400 on a phone, and you'll get.
I will never spend £400 on a phone. You think I made of money like fucking Chris Shadowins?
I got this one. This one was, I think, £750, and I got it on sale from Motorola for £350.
Tyrone Man and
great.
Tyrone Man added a.
Okay. What the fuck is this? Okay, I'll describe it. There's two junkies. I don't know if they're tussling or walking. One's, oh my God, he's going to fall. He's going to fall with his head on that.
They're a man and wife apart.
Man and wife. Oh, isn't young love.
There's a turn of pace here you can enjoy.
Oh no. Don't let him go. Don't let him go on the road. He's going to run. He's running. He's running.
See that turn of speed? He runs faster than you can.
Well, actually, that's very true. No, oh my God. That is.
So yesterday.
Go and look at Goran Vor's Twitter to see two junkies just.
Tyrone Man added the yak to yak, don't talk back. So I'm standing beside the house, and these junkies, they were stuck in a loop for about 10 minutes. They couldn't have moved more than 3 meters along the pavement. And me and this guy, a street sweeper, were just standing watching them.
Just watching, yeah.
And
like watching seagulls eating a pigeon.
Oh, this needs to last. Well, I was told you I saw the pigeons eating the rat.
Eating the rat, yeah.
And I thought I'm going to start filming this. And this other junkie woman walked past me and goes, "Leave them alone, you've no business filming them." So they walked, and then he burst into speed to try and catch a bus, but there was no bus.
Oh, there was no bus.
But me and the
bus is still stopped there because they moved all the bus stops.
Me and the street sweeper guy says, "God, it's better. And kind of fucking have to." We said we have to work. It's better. Just their life seems far more interesting. We said it is. And then I'm walking past. They'd got themselves caught up in some railing, and I'm like that. "Go on yourself!" But they're oblivious.
Yeah.
But then later on, I saw them with another group of junkies. The shoal.
Yeah.
They come in their little groups. It's like geese migrating.
Okay.
Little family groups, and they all get together for a skein of geese. And by about 3 o'clock, they're in this massive super organisms of junkies.
Speaking of geese, someone said something that annoyed me the other day. They were talking about Canadian geese. They're Canada geese. They don't have a passport.
Yeah,
they're Canada geese. That annoys me. Oh, it's a Canadian goose.
You know why
goose.
Do you know why a barnacle goose is called a barnacle goose?
Why?
Because people thought they grew from barnacles.
Seems likely.
Medieval times, I believe they thought. Yeah,
barnacles. How did they get?
Well, they had no idea where they come. Yeah,
no, wait, hold on.
There was a barnacle that kind of they thought, oh, that turns into a goose.
No,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, well, okay, I believe it's true, but you can't just say it's
I was a scientist at the time.
Where did that flamingo come from?
Because the geese, because they didn't know where they came from. The geese would appear. These barnacle geese would appear at certain times of year.
Did the barnacles appear at this certain time?
I think there must have been some link.
There has to be a link rather than someone.
But they kind of, they're not like they're like a longer barnacle. It's a long with a neck. People are stupid. They always have been. Always will be.
Listen, we've been going 20 minutes, and I want to start the show. Because
This
the last
show
couple
never
of shows,
truly ends.
no, it doesn't. I think we're here forever. Now,
Mm-hmm.
last couple of shows were a little, not negative, but there was
Negative.
there was things said that people have went, what?
About what?
Oh, blood biscuits and just stuff like that. So, I wanted to go the opposite route.
This never works. I've told you this before. The TV newsreader, I think it was Martin Lewis, and many years ago he said, this news is so negative. I'm fed up with speaking about cancer and fucking the Falklands War.
Okay.
I'm going to do a show and it's all the good news. He couldn't get an episode out. There wasn't enough good news. And
Well,
nobody likes
This isn't good news.
if it bleeds, it leads, mate.
Like
Bad
my great
news,
granny.
Sel.
So
So this is going to be up positive.
now I'm
shares.
feeling bad.
These had better be doozies. These had better be good. These had better put a smile on my face, and I'm walking out.
I'm scared to say the name of the show. Love. It's just love. But wait. No, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't,
Romantic love or
don't-
the physical, mechanical act of love.
what people have done for love.
Eh,
Don't freak out.
Love is romantic love is bullshit. It's all just glands.
But doesn't it feel, those glands feel good?
Well, it gives you a wee endorphin, but it's,
Yeah, that
it's
feels
designed
good.
so you hang about enough so the lion doesn't eat your offspring.
Yes, but it feels good. Love feels
Not when
good.
you suddenly realise what it's all about. There's no
What do you
free
mean?
will.
No, okay, we're not going down the free will.
You
route.
strike me
We're-
as the kind of guy that would romance a woman by standing outside their house at night with a boombox.
No. All right, do you want to know what I do for love?
I would do anything for love.
No. I
You
wouldn't.
won't, you
No.
won't.
No, that's exactly
wouldn't
what I'd
ev-
do.
You wouldn't even wash your fucking scrotum for
No.
love.
I would. I'd do anything for love. No, that's a lie. I'd climb the highest. I've seen it. It's very high. Fuck that shit.
No.
Fuck that noise. I'm not going up that mountain. Right?
Okay.
You'd swim the deepest. I've flown across the Atlantic. 8 hours of just water.
Well,
Fuck.
it's not just water, mate. There's stuff in there.
It's when you're on the top, all you care about is the water
Mainly
part.
tampons now.
You're not doing it. You're not
Jellyfish
doing
and
it.
tampons.
You're not doing anything for love.
So what are you willing to do?
Here it is. This is the question. You said it perfectly. It's almost like I wrote it. Listen. Girlfriend's at home. She's a bit menstrual. Oh, she's sore. She's miserable. And you know what I do? I wait. That's all I do. That's what I do for love. I wait. And she goes, and it's like 11:30 at night. She goes, I could do with a bit of chocolate. And I go, fuck it, this is my moment. I rip my fucking top. Well, I don't rip my top on because it'll be cold because I'm very thin.
Uh-huh.
But what I do is either get on my bike or I get in the car and I head up to Tesco's.
You're an idiot.
Hold on. I put on Rocky music. I'm all the way up there. I get into Tesco's. I walk into Tesco's. I go, where's the free from section? I get the free from chocolate. I get her Fentimans Cola, which is really nice and settles her tummy. I'm going to get that. And I might get something else as well for her
Pathetic
breakfast.
thing I've ever
No, you don't understand. I go back, I get in the car, and I go, there you go. Half the time she's asleep by the time I get back.
So you
It doesn't matter. No, I leave it. But you know what the point was? I
A true gentleman.
waited.
A true
A true
gentleman
Yeah.
would have a small fridge like we're going to get in here.
I got you a fridge. You didn't want it.
It's too big a fridge.
It was a
I'm
giant
I
fridge.
want a small fridge. It
Small
sits here. So I'm not want a fridge over there. I want there.
Do you want a fridge there?
Here. So I can just reach in.
Well,
No, you would have your
ridiculous.
small fridge.
Yeah.
And in it, you would have your Fentimans and you'd have your chocolate. All this going somewhere shows.
No, the point is,
No,
I'm going.
You're not. It's not a quest to slay
It's
a dragon.
a quest.
It's not a quest.
It is a quest.
You go. She's like, oh fuck, I'm on the blob.
Yeah, well, it's not.
Tits are sore.
That's-
And you go, the fridge is over there. There you go.
No.
I've streamlined the whole thing.
I'll wait. That's what I do for love. I'll wait.
Prepared. You need to be prepared.
No,
Small fridge,
it's not being
Fentimans.
prepared. It's waiting. That's what does it. That's my skill.
It's pathetic.
That's what I do. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm a terrible boyfriend. I'm useless. I was once going out with a girl,
Uh-huh.
and I says, right, I've got to go somewhere. I'll be back on Wednesday. This was Monday.
Mhm.
2 weeks later, I got back.
Uh-huh.
I just took off,
Uh-huh.
but I came back on the Wednesday.
But that was the nicest thing you ever did to her.
I feel it was.
You abandoned her.
Yeah.
That was the greatest gift you can give somebody.
Abandonment.
Abandonment.
I used to be so terrible at splitting up with girls. I used to just go to Amsterdam
Yeah.
and just stay there for months
Yeah.
until also they got the message,
Yeah.
and then I'd return.
That's cowardly. That's before the days.
It's not cowardly. Listen,
I
no,
don't-
no.
I can't
No.
think I've ever split
It's
up
called
with anybody.
letting them down gently.
Yeah.
Just disappearing, faking your own
Can you
death.
imagine how distraught they'd been for the half hour before they thought of that? Fuck.
Nobody's been.
Who am
Nobody's been
I
upset.
going to get to run to Tesco's at 12 to get my Fentimans?
Oh no! I've only done that for one
My
person.
Fentimans!
One
Oh,
person.
God.
I've only done that for
Oh,
one.
God. I suppose I'll have to go and get a double-decker for the corner shop by myself.
I've only done it for one.
Christ. It's
No.
a right fucking Shakespearean sonnet, this
No,
tale, isn't
I'll
it?
tell you what happens, right? I would go out with a girl, and she didn't give a fuck about me, right?
Well,
And you were just sort of going out because you were in that situation. You
Yeah.
just- so I bailed on it. I went to, but the problem was, if you leave, you've done something wrong. They get angry.
Okay.
So to avoid that,
Was
I'm
there
out
not
of
a
the
guy
country.
in-
I'm out of the
There was
country.
a guy in the paper.
Simple.
There's a guy in Dundee went missing from his missus and the kid. And she put all these posters up and
Right.
stuff. He wasn't missing at all. He just had enough of them.
This is
He was,
okay.
he was staying at his mate's house.
Just had to go out. I'm tired.
And she was outraged. But he kind of, if their relationship was so bad, it's maybe for the best.
Do you know why I learned
Kind
this?
of people would stick together for the good of the kids.
Yeah.
And it left some really damaged children.
Well, yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, you better.
But I'm not talking about. I don't have kids and that. This was just me looking after myself, not in a selfish way. Just like fuck them. Yeah,
When this
I'm out.
book comes out, you're like,
So
you
I
honestly are like Claire Rayner
I was going out with this
with less jowl.
lovely girl,
Lovely girl.
and
A lovely girl.
she says, I don't want to see you anymore, so I don't think it's going anywhere. So and I went like that. Oh, thank goodness, I was feeling the same. And she went, fucking excuse me. Now I don't be on. Girls say they want honesty.
Oh, you want
No, they don't.
them to give you a win. Give them a win.
You've got to right, and I'm more than happy to let anyone have the last word.
You should have actually. I could picture you with your wee hobo's bag
Yeah.
on the end of a stick, wee handkerchief, weird stuff in it, your hard tart biscuit, and your wee flask of your own piece.
Yeah.
Then you pop and you just zippity doo da,
Yeah.
zippity doo, and walk
That's
out.
the way. Look,
Don't slam the door. Just close it gently.
I remember there was one girl said, "Look,"
Mhm.
she goes, the usual. It's not really going anywhere. You know, I think we
Yeah.
should just remain friends and that.
It's going somewhere.
And I
It's
learned.
not-
I learned.
It's
I
going
went,
somewhere, but
"Oh."
nowhere I want.
I went. I'll be honest with you. I'm really disappointed, but I respect your decision. But
Imagine you're
that's put me on.
Imagine
You know
there's
what
a-
I said? This is the
Uh-huh.
magic. I
Uh-huh.
went. It's put me on a bit of a downer.
Oh,
I says, but you know what? It's okay. I'm hopefully we can
a
remain
bit of a
friends.
downer.
I'm very mature, and
Cool
I said
man.
that.
You should have just
No.
said namaste.
No, I went a bit of a downer, and I'm not very happy about it. It's not what I was hoping for, but I was lying because you know what I'd done?
Aye.
I drove straight into the arcade into town so I could celebrate, and I was playing machines.
Were you in your 30s when this happened?
What does it matter?
I would have thought by now your sexcapades.
Yeah,
There'd be more women chapping at this door because they've realised your level of fame now. And they'd be chapping there on your back. It's no happened yet.
not yet. But just you wait.
I
The
just-
amount of girls I've disappointed is phenomenal.
I can imagine the door banging and I open the door and it's some 80-year-old woman chapping at the door.
Well, I've often thought about this because
Some old lady.
when I was in my 20s,
Uh-huh.
I met a young lady in her 40s in St
God's
Andrews.
sake. That's an episode of Frasier.
But that was 30 years ago. She's now in her 70s.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And if I see a 70-year-old woman walking around, I
Could
know
be
what that dirty bitch
Could
does.
be that.
I know what she was capable of.
Well,
Ugh.
when I used to do the Meals on Wheels, there was often a very pugnacious smell of sex.
All the time in these
All over
places.
the places.
Yeah. Old
Because
folks
they're on
home.
the best drugs, they're
Yeah.
on the statins,
Yeah, they're having
they're
sex. Like
fucking doing it with each other. Well,
Um,
rolling a bit.
a
A lot of hand jobs, probably.
lot of hand jobs, which is fine. That's fine.
You ever had a blow job from somebody that takes their false teeth out?
Not recently.
No.
No. I know, but oh wait, love. No,
okay.
no. I was going to talk more about my sex life, but I am choosing to avoid that
Please.
because it's really awful.
Please.
A Russian man stages his own death to show how empty his love's life would be without him.
She thrived.
No, wait a minute. It was a car crash. He got a smashed up car, put them all in the road, fake paramedics, police, everything. The police went to her house and there's been an accident, you have to come quick as possible. Took her there. There's her love lying beside the car with meat hanging out his neck, covered in blood. And as she gets there, she sees this and they cover him with a sheet, just shaking their heads, going, that's it. She drops to her knees, a primal scream. This is on video, crying, can't believe it. She's shaking and then she stops. The shock hits her like I've never seen anyone. Just stops. She freezes. But it's all okay because people around her start clapping. And her blood-covered partner walks towards her, carrying a balloon, a love heart balloon, and an engagement ring.
Oh, what did
she fucking said yes, but she was like, yeah. PTSD the rest of her life.
That's very Russian. The Russians don't do stuff by half.
Jesus. I was in shock watching it. Like, why would you do it? But he said to her she would realise, with him gone, what it would mean in her life.
I find
red flag.
Shit like that, even in a more benign fashion, guys that pull the whole "will you marry me" in public spaces, it's weird and controlling.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's really unpleasant.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people get a vibe off it, like, he's not a nice person. That's weird.
There was famously, there's this husband and wife team now, but I think they were stunt actors.
Yeah.
And the guy, they're all at this party, and the guy sits on the ledge and falls over. And his girlfriend goes, Jesus, and runs. And when he's lying there, it's a big thing, will you marry me? I would have said, listen here, you cunt.
I know, that's not good.
What the fuck's your...
That's heightened.
Where do we have a fucking word, you cunt?
Oh, that's weird.
That's not right.
It's not. It's for them showing off.
It's them showing off.
There's people that do that have like birthday parties and there's 1,000 people there and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like people that get married and they have a stag night and it's like 100 men at the stag night. Like, then it's impossible for them to be your pals.
And probably 1/3 of them hate you.
Hate you. When I was working as a doorman, I'd see the end results of stag nights and it was torture.
Terrible. Yeah, terrible.
They were torturing people. I once saw them, they put a cheese grate on the guy's balls and rubbed some vinegar into them. But he was shackled to a roundabout at the time.
Yeah. Where
Naked.
I lived, they would do it all the time. And you'd see some poor
You
bastard.
don't see it now.
Not allowed to. You get done for it now.
Yeah.
But some poor guy, naked, covered in grease, chained to the post. And people would just drive past them honking their horns. Oh, it's fine. The guy's like in the sun.
How could you forgive somebody that did that? That's torturing. It's like...
I don't think I could forgive.
No, I couldn't forgive. It's a good opportunity to get your revenge on somebody.
But you don't get that now. So that was that kind of love.
Okay.
And I thought, that's horrific.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be done. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's a COVID.
I've got lots of snot. No, I don't.
Love's coming out your
I
nose.
thought this week I had COVID again.
Okay.
But I've been testing, it didn't. And it turns out
there's
just a cold going round. It's just a summer cold and there's nothing to worry about. Okay, so on the next one. Neil and Jacqueline Megson.
Hard names. Neil and Jackson Megson.
Neil and Jacqueline Megson.
Funny name. It's okay. Carry on.
It's disgusting, right?
That's okay. We need a spittoon.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
we could have Chris Shadows and just spit in his mouth.
He'd love it.
He'd love that.
Fucking love it,
wouldn't he?
God Almighty! You haven't spat in my mouth in an hour, sir.
Wait to have some peanut butter sandwiches and I'll do it.
I almost didn't. Oh, I'm a bit delicate, don't.
Carry on.
They got surgery to look like each other.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Same tits, eyes, lips.
Well, Liberace had his boyfriend looking like him.
Haircuts. They changed their name to one name.
Oh, I see.
But sadly, Jacqueline died in 2007. But Neil still considers himself we, and he continues with surgery to look more and more like his dead wife. Love. Fucking.
Do you know here's a love story. It's a Scottish love.
Oh, right. Scottish love's important.
Is the dress black or is the dress blue? Remember that one that broke the internet? It was just a dress.
Yeah.
He's Scottish. He lives in Scotland.
Yeah.
Try to kill his wife.
What?
He tried to kill her. He's in the clink just now. He's a brutal monster.
Wait, what?
He's beating her up and shit. So the woman who owned the dress that broke the internet her husband who posted it online is in front of the beaks for like terrorising her, beating her up.
Oh, Jesus fucking God.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got more bad news.
What?
No, okay. We're trying to make it a nice show of love.
Never happens. See, this is a way of life, man.
Fluke Skywalker.
Who's Fluke Skywalker?
He's the guy that looks exactly like Mark Hamill, older. He's been raising millions for charities everywhere.
He looks like an older...
He looks like the way he was... can't breathe. The way Luke Skywalker was in the last 3 films.
So quite fat.
So he's fat, he's got the beard, but he looks...
You would have thought the Jedi power, you'd have kept the fat off.
He's still... You know, you're a Jedi, you like a cake.
You just throw it away.
Can you do
Take
that?
the fat...
That'd be handy.
Cast
Oh, you
that
might get it wrong and out goes a lung.
No, but he's a master. They don't have lungs. They're not human beings.
So, he's raised millions. He's seen as one of the nicest people in the charity scene because he just looked like in cosplay once.
Is he nicer than Fonzie?
Yeah, that sort of person.
Yeah, okay.
Been arrested on child porn charges. I'm devastated.
I've never heard of him. And the first time I hear of him, he's a nonce.
I'm devastated.
You know why? Charitable stuff is full of nonsense.
Yeah.
Because it's the Jimmy Savile playbook. He was all the charities. And it makes it difficult to take people down.
It makes it so dangerous for charities now. And
there's a guy in Dundee, I won't name his name, but he had a lot of charity work and he was giving toys to kids and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then it turned out he was kind of using it to get to single mums.
Oh, Jesus, fuck, man.
Yeah, it's just, there's some weird shit goes on.
No, I was really sad to hear this. I was really angered.
All the growth industry in this country is charities.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all we've got around here is charities.
And I feel so bad for people. But every time something terrible happens, everyone, all the family members involved, they all set up individual charities.
Mm-hmm.
They walk a length of the UK and nothing gets fixed. It never fixes anything.
Should charities be looked at in a different way rather than just being you have to apply and qualify?
We should pay more tax.
We should be okay. I agree with that. But as charities are there, should there be more oversight?
Yes. No, there is because there's high profile ones like Colonel Tom, Captain Tom.
Yeah.
His daughter is an out-and-out grifter.
Mm-hmm.
She killed her dad by taking him on that holiday. Russ Abbott helped.
Russ Abbott killed him.
Was it Cliff Richard, Russ Abbott bumped him?
Oh, my God.
But she then built like a spa in her house.
Yeah.
And now they've had to demolish it. They're grifters. So, yes, you have to look at them. Because it's not small amounts of money we're talking about.
Huge amounts.
And it's fraud, because if you're giving money to a charity thinking it's going, say it was a donkey charity, which I give to, it's the only charity I give money to. I know those donkeys are well, because I get to examine the donkeys to make sure everything's fine.
Oh dear.
I get to check how happy they are.
Don't.
How their blood's pumping.
Please don't.
How they're groomed.
There was a charity just last year I gave to.
Oh no.
And it seemed good.
Turns out it wasn't.
And they give 1 pence in every pound to their cause.
That's shocking.
Because
the managing director or the CEO of that company will be in big bucks. He'll get more than the Prime Minister. I
give a percentage of my income for 19 years.
To whom?
Not going to say. There's 3 charities.
Oh, okay.
So a percentage of my income was just taken off every month and went to these charities. One of them, again, the amount of money it was going to the people that needed it was very low.
Yeah, they're all low.
The other ones got 2 private jets. They said but they needed that to do the work. Well, I hear these American preachers saying we need these jets to do the work. It's the same shit. And I went, no.
Was it Greenpeace? They bought jets.
And then the last one was just full of scandals. It was just publicly full of scandals.
And you remember that lassie, Jo Cox, who was killed, the MP? Her husband was involved in some charity. And they were going to like disaster zones. And there was some shocking shit going on.
Yeah. People are just...
It's kind of horrible.
But do you want to know how much...
We shouldn't have a charity. There should be no charity in this country that feeds children.
I give, in those 19 years, £11,000.
Oh, fuck.
and it was
That's-
all
How much is
It
a
was
jet?
all
See, I flew my private
for
jet.
nothing.
I flew my private jet from London to New York. How much would that cost?
oh, I don't know.
In fuel, 11 grand.
It's going to be it's
So
probably
you paid for one flight.
well. It was just under 11, and was it
Did
11?
that
yeah,
did that shake you a little bit?
I still can't take it now. I still can't
Yeah.
absorb that, and I'm not doing it
Well,
for
because imagine you're a big charity.
kindness is its own
Yeah,
reward.
Yeah,
As soon as it was done, I don't think about it. I
Yeah.
don't feel. I just felt
yeah.
I can't talk about these things without acting on it as well. So I thought, take a percentage, put it out every.
There's
An
but
absolute
then you
waste.
give tax to government and you think that the government squander. But there are oversight committees looking at stuff. At least there's something.
Well, all these ones I'm talking about, most of
But
them
who's
have been
checking it?
sorted.
Who's checking on them?
That's
yeah.
why I don't want to say what charities they
Yeah,
were, because
okay.
they have been sorted.
Okay.
But at the
Well,
same
till the next scandal.
till the
bubble.
next one,
Mhm.
and it's like
But they advertise themselves. Like I'm a member of a union, but it turns out they're spending money on pens and whistles.
yeah.
I've got the union. I've got a chapstick with their stuff on it, and you're thinking,
Yeah.
is this maybe necessary? Who's paying for this?
Now
It's all.
put it this way, right? I think it's University of Glasgow. I think it's this. I may be
Mhm.
wrong,
Mhm.
but it's around 250 million a year it costs to run.
Okay.
Right? But exactly half of that is money that's spent on raising half the money to run it.
Yes,
That's phenomenally bad.
it's ridiculous.
That can't be right. 125 million to raise 125 million.
There was a museum in
Suspicious.
museum in Dundee
Yeah.
thought it needed to raise some money for a redevelopment.
Okay.
They thought there's a lot of like expat Dundonians,
Mhm.
wealthy guys down in London.
Mhm.
We'll go to them and do a big event. We'll make loads of money.
Okay.
Made no money.
No money.
No money. Made nothing.
And there's another problem. If you've got
Rich people don't give you any money.
that's how they're rich.
Yeah.
It's idiots
As
like
soon as
me
they, people, they're doing such nice work for charity because it's tax deductible.
yeah. Well,
Tax
with me,
them. Just tax them. Take their money.
it didn't
straight.
affect my
Yeah,
tax.
yeah.
This was just
Yeah,
me.
no, I
I
know.
just gave it, and after all that, I've become jaded towards charities. Very much so,
Yeah.
because it's like where now it's like, how do you help things? Then last year I just saw another charity. This looks really good, and then you find out it's a big con, and I was conned again.
Yeah.
When does it end?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's because everything's like that. What they do is there's a management. I keep talking to you about this. There's an officer management class in this country,
Yeah.
and they always think they're wonderful, and they're fucking shit. And what they do, though, it's the same people. It doesn't matter if it's a museum, if it's a fucking football team, if it's an energy company. There's the same kind of bland operative in a suit that just goes from job to job. 1 minute you're like managing director, oh fucking the Wellgate Centre in Dundee. The next time you're in charge of a Highland League football team. They're just these money men. And we've been told for years, they know what they're doing. They're good at money. They're not.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
fucking not. Oh, the guy's got a suit in the briefcase. He's good with money. No, he's not. He's not spending his money. Spending
That's
our
what
fucking...
it annoys me, because like that you're saying the rich are using these tax
Yeah.
benefits with
That's
charity.
the only reason they make
I
money
was on
from...
minimum wage,
yeah.
struggling to get
Yeah.
by, working 2 jobs,
Scotland, I believe, is the most
and that's what you get
generous...
for it.
Scotland's the most generous part of the UK. So children in need and stuff, Scotland give
Right.
more. So a lot of Scottish people don't have any money, but they give. Because they can... If you're in your
You can
hunkers...
empathise with it.
I don't have much. I know how it feels. How do the royal family know how
yeah,
it feels?
that's-
How's Prince William think he's got to deal with fucking homelessness? How does
Prince
he know?
William's income last year was 7.5
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
Can anyone tell me what his fucking job is?
What does he do?
I'm
And
still
no,
confused by
the
this.
thing is, the fucker...
Careful what you say.
The fucker...
Prince George might hear
I
you
am
and
fucking devil
come crawling
child.
up the fucking
The
window.
thing is, he doesn't... They've pulled back from doing a lot of the royal duties because they've got a family and they have to do stuff.
Do what?
They should be opening a fete 10 times a day. He should just never be off the road. They should write you... What?
Work,
Right,
work.
now you're
work.
going.
I'm tired.
I'm
Get
tired.
the fuck up.
Get
Work.
back in that fucking vehicle.
Work.
Work.
Non-stop.
I'd have an up and down the UK, up and down the UK. Like a lorry driver. Just keep going.
I can't do full-time work because I've got a family. Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, fucking really?
You've got a
Cunt.
staff of like 200 people.
You fucking piece
It's a
of shit.
bollocks.
Yeah. I can't stand
It's
it.
a bollocks.
Now, wait a
But
minute.
small.
I'm
The older I get, I do think small acts of kindness.
I'm 100% about that.
What I think is the best example of just quite. It makes perfect sense to me. Soup kitchen.
Yeah.
Provide food for folk that don't have anything.
That's
Not
good.
judging people. Just
No,
feed
not
you.
judging. I don't care.
Another thing we should do, quick, just feed all children. Schools should provide
Absolutely.
breakfasts free. Bump. There you go.
Absolutely.
Simple.
Breakfast and lunch for free.
Oh, but it costs too much money. No, it doesn't.
Oh, it costs.
A fed children at school who are fed achieve more.
Mm.
People who achieve more at school are a benefit to your country.
I,
Poverty is not making people poor. Doesn't help.
We've got huge companies
Yeah.
worth hundreds of billions that pay zero in tax.
Say now, when do we sign the thing to become a non-profit?
I pay as soon as possible.
Yeah. When are we getting some stuff?
We need some charity work here.
We could no, but if we were that way inclined, we could quite easily turn this into a charity.
Of course you could.
Easily. We could have a couple people. Some lassie has not been employed for a couple of years. She could come in here making us cups of tea and we'd get fucking paid a lot of money to employ her.
Because we know
Yeah.
it goes on
It happens,
everywhere.
yeah. We could easily say
we
we're doing
watch it.
something. Yeah. We could have some link to a university. We could teach them podcasting.
They come in, oh, you could do all that.
All the bullshit could happen.
All the bullshit, they come in.
You could have it within 6 months.
and then we're
yeah,
driving around in a nice new
yeah,
car.
quite simple.
Because we know it, we watch it.
Yeah.
But you've got to have some sort of fucking morals.
Yeah, I would just go with
But I don't want my jadedness, because my bad experience with charities to, there's a
if
lot
you
of
live
good
to our
charities.
age, I would
if you
argue,
can't give.
if you live to our age without being jaded, there's something wrong with you. Where have you been living? Who have you
Right.
been meeting?
This is
Because
where
90% of people I meet are absolute cunts.
this is the statement where if you're not on the left when you're young, I could show you a man without a
Oh,
heart.
yeah, yeah.
If you're not on the right when you're old, I could show you a man without a brain. That's the statement, and I understand where that comes from, because you do get jaded, and you can sort of see more right wing views with your jaded.
I don't have right wing view.
No, but
yeah.
I can understand how people follow that. But don't confuse your jaded.
Nimbiness.
Don't yes.
mine. I've got mine.
But don't confuse. That's exactly right. Don't confuse your being jaded with just bullshit with fear. And no,
it's so,
you don't need
what's
it.
frustrating
Life's too good.
is it's so easy. Most of the problems would be fixed.
Yes,
It's so easy.
That's frustrating about it, and that's what makes you
And we're
jaded.
capable of doing
Anger
it.
doesn't make
No.
you jaded, because anger you can get
I'm
out.
past anger.
Frustration you can't do anything about.
Yeah.
Frustration sits there.
Yeah,
It stagnates.
yeah.
It's a disease, frustration, and that's when you
So
look
what
at
happens,
these jars.
Harvey? You go to a certain age, you go a wee bit daft, and you set up a podcast.
Yeah, then you get a bit older. You know, it's the older people, they go, who cares?
Who cares?
It's not that old people don't care about the world anymore. They've kind of figured it out. They've got a childlike approach, but they've done it through evolution. And they've got back to that purity again. It takes time, though. It takes a lifetime. It takes getting
Jesus
old.
Christ.
And then you make a podcast, you talk about love, including a young lad, Jordan Cardella.
Okay.
He split up with his girlfriend while she actually left him.
So he cut off his own bollocks and posted them to her.
You're in the right track. Devastated. We've all been there. Young, love, whatever. I haven't. I was always relieved. So in a cunning plan to get his girlfriend back, he asked his best friend to shoot him. So they go out to the woods. They find a nice secluded spot. And his friend goes, okay, you ready? He goes, I'm ready. Bam!
Why did he shoot him?
Shoots him in the arm.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And he goes, nah, they'll never believe this. Like a John Wick moment. Shoot me 2 more times. But his friend said, I can't shoot you again. Took them to the hospital.
What a friend, though.
The doctor said, what happened here? The friend told them. They were both arrested.
Is it illegal to shoot somebody?
I'm not sure. It is America, this was. It might be perfectly legal. If it's for a laugh, they didn't say that. Say, we're just doing it for a giggle. No harm, no foul.
That's foolish. You should have said it was a shooting accident.
Yeah, just saying, oh, God almighty, we're out practicing. The gun went off. I feel
Yeah.
terrible. This is awful. Nothing would have happened. He went, no, he asked me to shoot him. Get his girlfriend back. It's quite smart, actually, when you think about it. Although, she wanted nothing to do with him. And because there was violence involved, was able to get a restraining order very easily. So, that didn't go... If you're trying to get some... Here's the thing, right? I'm going to tell anyone this. If someone leaves you and you really are
Move
trying
on.
to get them back,
Just move on.
don't. Yeah,
Plenty of fish in the sea. Just move on.
there is. There's plenty of fish.
Yeah.
And what happens when you meet the next person, your standards and expectations of relationships are always higher. Well, usually you get people that are just constantly, but we're saying in general, the general populace. That person will be a better match to you because you're more experienced. You've got better.
You're more desperate.
Desperation gets you places.
Desperation. Humanity's progressed with a lot of desperation.
I once was having a moment with a lady, and she was.
You're sharing a bag
How
of
can I
crisps.
put it? She was
Frothing.
on all fours
She was
having a bag of
She
crisps
was
in front of
frothing.
me.
Okay.
And when I looked down to the side, her feet
We're
were
dirty.
wiggling, but they were webbed.
Are you sure?
Every toe was joined.
Are you sure it wasn't?
Every toe.
Are you sure it wasn't at the Sea Life Centre in Queensferry?
How do you know it was
You were
Queensferry?
in a fucking a bloody.
She had that giant bath we were in all the time. Amazing.
It wasn't Daryl Hannah and Splash.
She had webbed feet.
She did.
But this lady had individual toenails.
Oh no, she didn't have webbed feet, Daryl Hannah. She had a finger missing.
Did she have a finger
I
missing?
think so. Yeah.
Oh. Do you think Denzel should get his finger removed because it just dangles?
Yeah, just dangle.
just-
Denzel's dangler.
Denzel's dangler. So
Getting old now, Denzel. He looks old. He suddenly youthfulness, and then it suddenly deserts him. Just all of a sudden.
but he's like 75 or something.
Yeah, but he's in the new. I saw the trailer for the new film he's in. It doesn't look good.
Don't want to see it. Don't want to see more action. He done one action film by accident and it was successful, and that's his career until
Yeah.
he's done.
Yeah. I watched a film last night called God is a Bullet. It was the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen.
Sounds like a good title.
It was it was about a gang of cultists who were going about murdering families and stealing children, and a husband who lost his ex-wife and daughter then had to infiltrate the cult with the help of another lassie who'd escaped the same cult to get his daughter back. And Jamie Foxx appears in it as a black guy with white bits in his face. And all the tattoos look like they've just been put on, and they're all black.
That's
jet
like
black.
the remake of Point Break, where
Yeah.
everyone's got the same tattoos and
Yes.
they're all squinting.
They're all
Just put. Oh,
not good.
you know what I done last night? Okay, there's been a change.
A change in what?
I had an opinion about something and I've changed it.
You had an opinion about.
June is available on Amazon, and I thought, I'm lying here. I'll watch it. It's a different edit. The one I saw was slightly different, and this edit was a bit snappier, made a bit more sense. There was a few extra scenes in it, and it was okay. I enjoyed it.
I bet you they're all like that. What's he
Well,
thinking
you know,
about it? I love that.
It was all right. No, it was all right, but I still want to see it in the proper format because the rule of thirds is gone, so everything feels, because it's widescreen, it feels a bit compressed. I feel a bit claustrophobic.
Oh, were
Where
you
if you-
watching it in your VR thing?
No, I was watching it on my tablet.
I was thinking of you the other day because they said
The way all films should
they
be
say
watched. on a
They say VR now is infiltrated by nonsense.
What? Why do you think of me?
Well, because they say it's supposed to be a safe place, but it's just all these kids were on a thing. It was some children's thing we'd all get together.
Oh, I don't.
But just,
go
it was all
there.
full of men, like
Yeah,
old
I don't-
men.
I
It was
don't go
just really
there.
worrying.
What the fuck?
But VR's not a safe place. It's just everything gets
I
spoiled.
just watch films and play games.
People spoil everything.
So,
Everything.
Farmer Dick Cleiss.
Dick Cleiss, okay.
Now, this one made my heart swell. It's beautiful.
Do you remember that everything you wanted to know about sex but too afraid to ask?
Yes.
The guy that's in love with the sheep.
Gene Wilder. That's wonderful.
So good.
Doesn't he play it
He
beautifully?
puts undies on the sheep.
It's so good. That's what. Where's it they do that? And they do it with donkeys as well.
Oh, that's so good.
You get one donkey. I think it's South America somewhere, and it's to sort of give men a bit of young men an experience before they meet a lady, and they do this with donkeys. But what happens because it's your formative?
Hold on, where's that? Where's that? Where's that village?
Where's it's your because it's your formative experience. A lot of men get married. Stop touching the donkeys.
Oh, touch those donkeys,
Then-
all I want.
Then a few years later, they go, you know what? I can't get satisfied. and then you'll see a donkey
It's
in
the
a
bigger-
field with a sun hat
It's a
on
big eye. It's a big
and a
eyelash.
tie
It's a big
because they're
eyelash.
buying them presents.
Big eyelashes.
Yeah, but they buy them presents and go and fuck their donkeys.
Seemingly the best sexual experience is you fuck a goose but
Careful.
slam its head in the door. I've not experienced it, but I've heard said.
Farmer Dick
Is
Clyce.
there many geese in the desert? I
Gathered
bet
up.
you Chris,
I'm
Shadowins will
trying.
Shadowins will have a goose attractor. You'll be trying to.
Just a big stick.
Just a big-
Hitting them.
Okay.
Farmer
Ken,
Dick.
how you put those things if you're shooting ducks? You put the decoy down.
Yeah,
Does the same thing work for other animals?
such as donkeys, for example.
Oh, yeah. Just wondering.
Farmer Dick Clyce. Don't fucking dare!
Farmer
I know what
Giles-
you're doing.
Farmer
I know
Giles
what
with
you're doing.
enormous piles.
You can see me getting wound up and you enjoy it.
Go on.
Farmer
I
Dick.
wonder.
I've fucking
Okay.
gathered up £123,000 of shit and spelled out Hap B/day love you. His wife Carol loved it due to her being a rural. Quote, this was Carol. Not only could I see his message from far away, I could
How?
also smell it.
How?
I put it on the side of a hill
Oh, Jesus.
and it was just shite and it smelled. And all the local villagers could also see and smell the act of love, which I think is a line we should all
There was.
appreciate.
I remember the farmer that hated the RAF flying over his farm, so he put a big sign in the roof, "Fuck off RAF."
Oh,
and then
brilliant.
every RAF pilot in the country's
Wanted to
wanted
see
to
it.
see it.
My favourite one is it was some city in America
Uh-huh.
and they changed the flight path slightly into the
Right.
airport.
Right.
And it was over this guy's, like, close to his house, and he was furious about it. So he bought this massive sign
Uh-huh.
saying, like, welcome to Denver, but it was like New York or something. And everyone would panic on the plane. And apparently it was really effective. People would read it and think they're in the wrong place. What a passive way of getting back
Oh,
at people.
that's so good.
Isn't that good? They
So
thought they were in
good.
the wrong city.
That's so good.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, big
that-
signs, big love, signs of love. Yeah.
Signs of love. That's it. That's love. What's the right now? I'm going to ask you. We're going to end this
Uh-huh.
asking the mighty, the great Goron Vor.
Uh-huh.
What is the biggest thing you've done for love? The biggest show, the expression, whatever. Do not say anything that involves fluids. Now you're stuck. You got nothing.
No, nothing.
No, you must have done
No.
something, especially when you're young and stupid.
No,
No,
no.
you've not.
I don't try very hard.
Oh. I was hoping
Me
for,
is enough. Just me. Just I've existed. That's what I've done. I've come into the world.
There's no mirrors in your house, is there?
Come into this world. This is it.
Uh-oh.
This is what's happened. This is what you get.
What's the most stupid thing you've done?
Nothing. I'm not stupid. I don't do that. I'm
I
not. I'm not a romantic like you.
I'm a romantic. I go and get free from chocolate.
Yeah.
Ah. No, it
You
was
need
a-
to get yourself a small fridge.
That's love.
Yeah, that's love. Love for a man in his fridge.
Okay.
I want one that makes a wee noise.
Yeah, this is just more noises in a recording studio.
That's what we need.
Just more noises. I've got to put this through a filter to get the fan off.
Do we?
Yeah.
Good.
Do you
Good
know
night.
what goes on?
Oh, fuck it.
It's love that I put into this show because I've now moved my editing
Every
studio
mate, you
down
would,
here.
mate, you wouldn't want me involved. You would not want me involved in this.
And it
You know
takes
my,
me
you know my perfectionism. I'd
Four-
imagine me over your shoulder. No, could we do that different?
4
no,
to 6 hours.
No, I don't like. No, I don't. This doesn't feel right. Can we change this?
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm doing, but I want it changed.
Could we change this? I
Yeah.
don't like the. Could we change? Could we change the hues?
Being
Could we
an
change the-
artist,
Could we warm this up a little
I'd
bit?
simply stab you.
Well, see, so I'm
Oh yeah, see what
that's
you've
what
done
I'm
wrong.
doing for me. I'm helping you by not
You're
getting
helping.
involved.
Now,
My
Before we go,
absence is a good thing.
people are going to spot on this table. We'll have some packets of something,
Oh, aye.
and this is a KN95 mask,
Uh-huh.
good quality for when COVID returns.
Seemingly
Earplugs,
it's back. They're saying, I think they periodically test the water supply,
right?
sewers.
Yeah.
And I
And it's
think that
back.
it's creeping up a little bit.
Well, I've
What the fucking hell will happen if it comes back in a big way? Like, are people ill in hospital with this?
it's still going. Only until
But I know, but are there people really ill in hospital with COVID?
I don't think it's near the numbers it was, but because of the vaccination. But people are still dying all the time from it.
Yeah,
Until January, the third biggest killer of children in this country was COVID.
yeah.
It's like people just, it doesn't affect anyone. It's still not good.
Still going about.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
It's weird. I just don't know what would happen if it. I just don't know what would happen if some other lurgy came, bird flu.
But it's going to happen.
Yeah, it will happen.
Just will happen. This was predicted. This is why there was teams around the world preparing
In
for
the
it.
horror of it, I don't think they've maybe learned any lessons. That's what I would.
Well, I think they had so many plans in place, and they decided when it came to the crunch, let's not follow it. You all right?
Don't know what that was.
Jesus Christ, what
It
happened?
was like a yawn hiccup thing. I'm not quite sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us on Patreon where you could actually see that happen. Jesus.
My eyes are watering.
That was
That's it. I think it was something I ate.
I'm very phlegmy at the moment.
Someone's
This
fell in my
cold's
teeth.
clearing up.
No, I've not had a cold or the flu for years.
Oh, you know what's going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
In a couple of weeks, I'm getting these other two teeth. Well, the root that's broken there, I'm getting that out,
Jesus
and I'm getting that
Christ.
other tooth out.
Uh-huh.
Full Dundee.
Uh-huh.
But they're taking out one on each side on the same day.
You have that clap it in look.
So, well,
You
no,
look, you
I
look
don't-
like
I
you've had
don't-
the buccal fat removed.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you noticed that poor bastard from the band?
I saw him.
But he's now
It's
had a
so bad.
tattoo done in
Yeah.
his face.
He's a disaster.
He's an imbecile.
But he's a good-looking young man, and he's fucking shot on his face.
It's really weird. He's an idiot.
He's
though.
an idiot. They're idiots.
He's
you
like
know.
he is an idiot.
He's
He's
a
an
dummy.
absolute idiot.
And they've given him lots of.
That coke's not a good idea. Coke's not good for your personality.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Stay off drugs because you'll end up looking like that poor lad out in
Hugs,
One
not
Direction.
drugs. Yeah.
Yeah, love, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now I'm going downstairs to edit this.
Well, I'll come down and I think there's some things we need to change in this process. Right?
Jesus.
I'll come down.
Oh.
I'll get.
Oh,
my-
you know what? Actually, not all the stuff's here. I'll probably go
no,
home.
okay, if you wish. Okay.
Oh, God.
Never ask me to do any more again, because one day I'll do it.
No, please don't.
One day I'll fucking do it.
Laters.
Like Spielberg.
Say your piece.
Ta-ta.